Hello everybody, I'm Conquering History Games and welcome back to part 3 of my Yale Rectorate campaign here in Equestria at war. And we are going for the Aufrüstung to bring back the greatest minds in Griffonian history. Now there is something that, I think I do have to do this. Wait a second, before I do the project. No, we're just going to dive into the project. We're going right into it. Project Aufrüstung. Life as is commonly understood has a definitive end, however science may yet pierce the veil that separates the living from the dead and retrieve a soul lost to our world. Imagine the implications. So what we're wanting to do here is we're wanting to turn fascist as quickly as possible. It's already been delayed long enough. Sweet, we can start making military factories. So that I can start going to war. I think what I'm actually going to do is go south because these nations down here are much weaker. Balefire, has that always been a name? Nice Wheel of Time reference. But they've always been much weaker. So it's not going to give us as many factories as if I went after the barony of Angriver, but it will strengthen me in some sort of way. I'm going to need all the strength I can get to deal with the Griffonian Empire. Damnation. I really hope these two don't fuse. I hope he breaks away. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Support weapons are done. Ambitions of the Alpha... Oh, right. I was thinking about it in between, and I've decided I'm going to switch it over to fighters instead, although not really, not now, because I have to get ready for the war to come. So we're switching that over. We're going to get this as well. Okay. The ambitions of Aufrüstung. Our scientists report that the theories of Aufrüstung have been proven in practice. After tapping the electricity from the entire university, performing the necessary enchantments on the body, and via an extremely stressful procedure, we have managed to bring a small rodent back to life. The animal remains in good health, with full mental capabilities, were it not for the loss of most of its skin in the process, which is nothing some magic can't hide. The possibilities are endless. The revival of a sentient being will require much more power, will risk damaging the machinery, perhaps even angering the gods. But Gamia's board of directors has approved an ambitious project to ensure the most is made from our singular opportunity to achieve Lazarus's dream. They hope to revive the Griffin, who is considered by some to be the greatest statesgriff to have ever lived, and many more as a brutal tyrant, Grover II. The life of the Empire's greatest leader ended tragically at the hooves of the river ponies, with the Emperor's remains being interned in Griffinstone. If we were able to retrieve them, they could hypothetically be brought back to Yale, and it is possible they could be reanimated, allowing us access to the greatest military mind in Griffonia's history. Locate those bones. They will be the ultimate test of our project. So the hooves thing is a reference to how the Nimbusians, who go check out my Nimbusia campaign. I actually went the Spartan path. But how they, as part of the broader river coalition, when the Griffonian Empire went east to defeat the ponies, it was the Nimbusians that held back the Griffonian army and managed to kill Grover II. Alright, we got a new research slot available here. What are we going to do? Max factories in a state, that's a maybe. But I think what's more important is, I've got to stop taking the things that aren't useful right now. Instead, we need to... Yeah, tanks aren't going to help me right now. Let's take the repair, I guess. So we can repair House Erie when we go south. Alright, computing machine's done, which means we can... Oh, I already got radio. Well, encryption and decryption will be needed. Indubitably. Let's go with this project, let's go! Alright, war has been declared on the Grand Duchy of Phthisia. Oh, shoot. Is there any way that I can help? I can't do anything to help. Alright, hopefully Phthisia can hang on long enough for me to possibly get involved in the war in some way. Damn. Wish I could go help, but this is good. This is really good. This is basically the best chance we have to defeat the Griffonian Empire. Okay, the tomb is rather unassuming, a modest mausoleum located near an obscure township in Koltovac in the River Republic. It is a pitiful monument to the Griffin Empire's greatest leader, yet at least it is better than an unmarked grave. In the dead of night, our team of researchers broke into the tomb and extracted the remains of Grover II. While evading capture at the hooves of river pony authorities, they managed to return the bones to Gamia, where they have now become the focus of Project HOI4. May Grover finally return to the Empire. Although, didn't they just say it was in Griffinstone? It doesn't matter. Not really. Ah, the Griffonian Empire's moving! Don't get over the river, don't get it there over the river. Shit. Oh, sorry for cursing. This is not good. This is not good at all. I'm hoping I can declare war on these guys quickly because they're also at war, but I'm not sure if it qualifies as a major power or things like that. Damn. Come on! Come on, resurrect! Resurrect! This guy is a radical red guard. Alright, we're gonna get rid of him. I much prefer Apfel von Kutschen, who you can just pause and read her thing. Yes! Return of the Emperor. Ancient bones are placed upon a metal slab, hovering over a noxious syrup of chemicals and magical compounds. All around it, scientists, engineers, and enchanters rush, checking instruments and calculations before rechecking them. After all, this experiment demands perfection. One little flaw, one missing calculation, one wrong glyph. Any of these could forever destroy the bones of Grover II. When the project's head is satisfied that all necessary precautions have been met, he gestures with a talon. At once, every griffin takes up position. A grad student pulls the fateful lever, and the metal slab begins to lower into the stew. Soon the bones are submerged. A moment passes. Then electricity is applied, and other chemicals are injected. Outside, the lights of all of Gemia flicker off as the Yale-ish power supply is taxed to its limits. The demand for energy mounts, and soon the lights begin to flicker. A young engineer screams as the glass of a nearby dial shatters, showering them in debris. A minor wound in the name of progress. Just a little longer, the project head mutters. This was the culmination of centuries of slow progress. It must succeed. Finally, the electricity on the dials show the satisfactory amount of energy, and the flow of electricity ceases. Then, the slab is slowly raised. Dozens of eyes widen, and some griffin gasps at the sight before him. Knees hit the floor as every griffin in the room bows before who they have awakened. A figure who was previously only known from paintings and legends. An unmatched general, efficient administrator, and feared ruler. Before them is Grover II. Buzz! Let's take a look at him. We are now the Duchy of Yaledom. We are now fascists. The Kaiser Party is the name of the fascist party now. We are a resurrected autocrat who gives a daily political power gain of minus 0.35. But don't worry, there's some good stuff. Mobilization speed plus 100%. Division organization plus 5. Recruitable population 5%, an additional 5%. Recruitable population factor plus 5%. Stability minus 10%. But war support plus 20%. Let's read his little bio here. Grover II was the second ruler of the Griffonian Empire, ascending the throne in 785 ALB. By the time of his ascension, Grover II was already an accomplished general, and he commanded many of his father's forces when he unified the Griffin states. The start of his reign was characterized by an Aquilian insurrection, which the emperor's armies crushed before rebellion could spread throughout the empire. It is said that in his anger, Grover II killed the discreet king of Aquilia himself and ordered Aquila burned. To keep the discrets from seeking revenge, he married Giselle Discret. The emperor decided to entrust the idol of Boreas, the empire's most sacred relic, to his brother Giuto, who he made king of Griffinstone, starting a period of early stability. In 799, the emperor started his conquest south, adding Sicamion and Asterion to the empire. Grover II was still not content with his domain, fearing his eastern frontier with the ponies of the Riverlands. Therefore, he sanctioned the Knights of Helquil to crusade against them. Internal squabbles and economic woes would delay any large-scale efforts to attack the river ponies for 40 years. It is widely believed that Grover III and Giselda were the ones constantly fixing the bad domestic policies of their father and husband. In 852, So that's what, 67-year reign? Not bad. The aging emperor decided to finally press forward. He flew east at the head of a massive host of knights and soldiers, eager to finish his conquest of the Griffonian continent. Battle after battle was fought, and Grover himself was almost invincible in his enchanted armor, the terror of his foes. That was until the Nimbusians rallied to save what was left of River City. The strategos of the Pegasi force had lured the Griffins into a choke point. There the unthinkable happened. The towering Griffin was in the thick of the battle, leading his most faithful knights to punch a hole in the unflinching Nimbusian battle line. When a startled young hoplite threw his spear at him instead of staying in formation, Grover was hit through the eyes and died instantly, which routed his forces. And now he has returned to Griffonia to finish what he started. Alright, we could be at war. It's gonna take 235 days. Are you freaking kidding me? Well, it's the best chance we've got. We have to immediately justify and hope that Phathesia can hold on long enough. I think in the meantime we can send them volunteers. 1 division. That's all we can afford to send them. Alright. We're going to send Grover himself out there, our level 8 field marshal, who will also be charismatic and have organization first. So in addition to being a skilled staffer with offensive doctrine, aggressive assaulter, organization first, charismatic, and an expert delegator, he also has the Unsterblich Aura, which lowers his leader experience gain, which is fine. He's already an 8. Division organization is increased by 15%, or gloss when moving is reduced by 10%. Division recovery rate goes up by 5%, and a minus 100% chance to get wounded in combat. All right. So we're going to, we're gonna send those volunteers over to them, and I'm not sure I have much to actually lend lease them. I guess we'll send them some artillery. You've got to hold on, boys. All right. The other thing that comes along with Grover II is a brand new section of the focus tree. Huge, huge section. And we are going to begin by updating old tactics, which will make Grover II even better. A lot of these things make him an even better general / field marshal. War has changed in my absence, and it is imperative that I learn the new ways as soon as possible. Line infantry and bronze cannons are no longer the mainstay of Griffin armies. Machines plow through and fly over the battlefield, and machine guns can mow down a formation in seconds. Worst of all, wars are not decided by a single battle, but by a slow grind of moving front lines. Increasing political power gain, army experience gain, construction speed, factory output, dockyard output. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Wait, did I just see what I think I saw? Zebraca's got a filter, guys. It's a coming. It's a coming down here. One day, it may. Get hype. Alright, so the volunteer force is on its way. Now, I think there is supposed to be something where Bronze Hill will join us. Yes! Bronze Hill submits to us. Flurries of letters have arrived in the capital today from hordes and hordes of loyal diamond dogs who wish for the great emperor to return the nation to glory. They seem to be repaying the gift that Grover II had granted them under his reign and want to serve him once again in majesty. They have no real reason to refuse, but the emperor is a spiteful griffin. He may be upset by the dog's lack of action during the Regency crisis. No, we're going to say welcome home because that is going to decrease the strength potential of the Empire. Okay. How's it looking? How's it looking? Alright, they're down to... Geez, no, not down to. They have at least 31 divisions. We're going to have to move so quickly when the time comes. Changelings are going after the deer, as per usual. Now, alright, our 1 division has arrived. Oh, I'm so dumb, I could have assigned him as the field marshal, right, when they got there. I should have done that. Alright, so, we're going to come over... shoot, let's get right here in the middle of the line, I guess. Looks like they're having some struggles. Look, there's nobody over here! Let's send them up here in the north, then. Bologna does not bend. I heard the Duchess has events with Grover the Sixth, has to do with his birthday and stuff. Hopefully, hopefully they're not going full ara. You know what I mean? Grover is a child. No need for that. All right, so the army has to last until, or I should say, the Phaethicians are going to need to last until the 18th of October. So we've got over 6 months to go here. Let's slow things down just a little bit. I think the next modification I'm going to do the government, probably not anything regarding. Let's do last stand. Let's see. I'm not sure actually what it is I want to do. This is great. This is great. They're shortening my front line even more in this area. Excellent, excellent. And then Bronze Hill will get called in when the time is right. I think the me giving them artillery. Oh, come on! Get the encirclement here. Shoot. Careful now. Careful. These guys are gonna come up, fill these gaps. Right, they're starting to fill in. It's a superior enemy that we are dealing with. How about over here, though? Okay, inferior enemy. That's wonderful. Good, good stuff. Yes, we got the encirclement there. See, I'm keeping 2 divisions busy, so I think I'm pulling more than my weight. Yes, that's good. That's good. They're getting pushed back to the river line steadily. Very steadily. I think actually we can go to 5 speed. That'll be fine. Right, next up, time to inspect the new guns. The massed volley of a line of infantry was a roaring force of nature, the smoke of 10,000 muskets rising up in the distance. War was honorable. The side that broke ranks first lost, and bravery won the day. New guns, both personal weapons and artillery pieces, have made this way of warfare suicidal. Marvels of science, yes, but the death of honorable war. Okay, my guy made it out. So this is going to increase his logistics and attack, as well as my division organization, division recovery rate, and war support. A lot of good stuff. A lot of more improvements here to my infantry as well. Bunch of stuff just finished up all at once. We're gonna take these, even though it's ahead of time, and I'm hitting my production cap, so I need to do that as well. Encryption and the decryption stuff. Yes, I think that will be a good idea. Come over here and take Mirabel, hold the river line, and get the encirclement. Thank you. Stay right there. Lot of micromanaging. Let's see, they've only got 2 divisions here. The key here is going to be my knights. I think. Wait, do the knights move a little bit faster? No, they don't. They're the same speed as infantry. Hang in there. Hang in there. Yeah, there we go. We gotta keep this division encircled. Okay, got him. Oh, shoot. Oh, bother. How are these guys doing? Oh, man. It's keeping it tight. Very tight like a tiger. Get more infantry equipment, even though I want to start working on motorized and things like that. Oh, shoot. They're starting to get their tanks involved. The Gravonian Empire is. That's a problem. Come on, Griffin Marchen. Will you just attack the Empire or something, please? Are they even allowed to? Hells bells. Yeah, also, so much for my plan to go after House Erie. We've got to take out the Griffonians now. The Empire, that is now. Once we have Griffinheim, I don't want to say that it becomes a cakewalk of a campaign, far from it, but life will be much easier because we won't have a existential threat looming over us nonstop. Let's do a little bit of family history. Research the family tree. My great-great-grandson is Grover the Sixth, supposedly in control of Griffinheim, but in fact a bird in a cage. His father lost the empire, but he was sickly and too young to rule. Grover the Fourth, a fat disgrace of an emperor. The Sixth cannot take after those two, or we will never have a stable empire. So I will raise the kid myself to prepare him for rule. You know what? Let's hold on to all this just so I could switch immediately over to war economy when the time comes. Look at that, we're keeping 3 divisions ready. Look, come over here. Go to Div Luges. Take the airbase. Do something. You're all just standing there. Damn.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Shoot. It's questioning the motives of the Empire. We still have 5 months to go. This is so bad. How's the war generally been going? Current war. This one, okay, Phthesia is losing a lot more men. That's not good. Just gotta get to Griffinheim. That's the key to it all. Can we send more volunteers now? Nope, that's as many as I'm allowed to. Shoot. Maybe I could send them some more Lend-Lease or something. I'm gonna regret this. I know that I could use the equipment better than they can, but... There we go. Now they're on the off. It's a very, very flexible front line. Come on, take these gaps. You guys are killing me. Damn nation. I don't think anybody else is jumping in either. Okay, Grover II sat on a makeshift throne in a manor near Greenback, his temporary seat of power. Night had fallen, but the Emperor did not require sleep anymore. Energy always welled up inside him as if he had an unending reserve from centuries of sleep. Unfortunately for the Kaiser's subjects, they did not possess this determination, and the historian Grover called on to explain the history of the continent to him was on the verge of falling over from exhaustion. I see, and that brings us to the present in Grover VI. The Emperor concluded the long dialogue on the story of his offspring, his voice commanding an unnatural echo, inspiring awe in those before him. Yes, Your Majesty, that is all about your direct children. The historian greedily answered, eager to get to bed and hoping his lord would not ask any more questions about, Now tell me about Juto, my brother. All has changed, but I see Griffinstone is still on the map. That has to be quite the story. The Emperor sat back, his light blue eye turning gentler at the mention of his dear sibling. The historian swallowed him with a trembling voice. Are you certain? Of course I am certain. In fact, Scribe, dispatch a courier to Griffinstone at once and tell Juto to fetch me the idol of Boreas. The scribe, who sat at the steps under Grover's seat, woke from his slumber and looked up with big eyes. Your Majesty, I can't. Grover glared down at his servant. You lost the ability to write? Send it in the morning, then. The historian took the word, stumbling. Your Majesty, your brother's line is extinct, and Juto VI, he lost the idol. The arcane energy around the Emperor flickered for a second as his expression changed from surprise to disbelief to anger, as his voice thundered through the windy matter. Juto, my brother! His son spent and his line ended! Boreas abandoned us! His claw clenched into a fist and smashed down on his chair, a wicked laugh coming from his beak. I return to this? A child and a corpse are the last hope of the Empire? The Kaiser of Griffonia sat down as calm and determination drove out the anger. Well, I've won with worse odds. And maybe I should just increase something here. No, just save the political power. Save it. Good thing Rotterdam is so far west. This has been going well, at least. Let's take a look at the combat log. Yeah, you see, this is terrific. I'm hardly losing anybody, and they're getting massacred. That's what I like to see. It's easy when you're behind a river. Okay, we could take back the... That's right! We'll get an immediate annex war goal against the Griffonian Empire. Cancel that justification so I can keep the power. Alright, take back the throne. Jeez, that was stupid of me. Add planning skill, logistics skill, attack, and defense skill. Gains claim on the Imperial City, gains annex war goal against the Griffonian Empire. Alright, let's come up here, and sorry, Silver Beak. We got somebody else in charge now. And it's going to take him time to get repositioned. The fools in Griffinheim refuse to acknowledge me as the rightful emperor of all Griffonia. They are content to leave me stuck in Yale. Yale! These religious zealots and self-serving nobles have squandered the Reich. They must think themselves so clever right now, feasting in my palace. They were all traitors from the very beginning, and they deserve a traitor's death. I will deliver swift judgment. Alright, here we go. Did I hit start? Yep, there we go. Alright. Now, we gotta come over here. Put the Silver Beak in charge, just so there's a little bit extra going on. And I guess we can get the construction up. The key. Now, the first couple of weeks of the fighting are going to be the key. We have to take advantage of these gaps in the line, which they are rapidly filling. We just gotta be better than the AI. How hard could that be, right? And Bronze Hill will get called in as well. They only have 3 divisions, though, but every division that is focusing on them, which is quite a lot, as we can see, is one less than is focusing on me. On the other hand, I could just not call them in, and then the Empire is going to feel compelled to keep divisions on this front, just in case the dogs attack. A lot of this is going to have to be played by ear, and it's going to play out in the next episode, not today. Taking back the throne, taking back the throne. So after this, that's probably when I'm going to start coming over here towards the tank stuff. Oh shoot! Speaking of which, abandon your posts, flee for your lives. Oh man. Alright, the time is now. The time is here for us to take back the throne. And we will be doing that in the next episode. Oh my gosh, Phaethesia has been just massacred. They've lost, I'd probably say, about 60% of their territory. So we are going to declare the war in the next episode and try to make a rush for Griffinheim. I suppose ideally, I'd like to cut off some of these armies in the east. This is gonna be something. Okay, I'm Conquering History Games. See you in the next one. Bye.